back on the Mana Symbol channel. I'm going to play a little bit of Esper Control. So blue-white has been the flavor of the month, flavor of choice, flavor of last several months. But let's take a little adventure onto the wild side, the freaky side, the little bit of naughtiness that we can get in here from playing some black cards. So in the main deck, we're playing Fatal Push, instant speed removal for monkeys and other small aggressive creatures. We've got the Teferi Time Ravelers, 2 of those, down to 2 of those. Plus we've got Kaya's Guile, Esper Charm. So just some interesting tools to use in a whole bunch of different matchups. And we've got 1 Drown in the Loch to supplement our counterspells. So the big gain here is like these interactive spells. Plus we're playing 4 Snapcaster Mages, eschewing entirely the opportunity to have a companion and also to have Kahira, and Solitude. Also, Memory Deluge, we're down to 2 copies of that, 2 copies of Supreme Verdict. I do like that this list is playing sweepers. That I feel like some of the Esper lists get into this false safety where they're like, well, we have so much spot removal, we don't need sweepers. And while that does seem to work well for Indomitable Creativity, that I'm a huge fan of, I've seen Esper get trashed in a bunch of games where they're like, well, I don't have a sweeper, and my opponent has outvalued me, and I just die by trying to 1-for-1 everything. Snapcaster Mage on its own is not good enough. We've got a very crazy sideboard. I'm not going to get into all the one-ofs here. I believe this is a list from Wafotapa, so it is definitely going to have some crazy choices all over the place, but should be a good time to play. So let's get to it. Rayo John Murphy, I'm not funny enough to get Zach to break during the deck tech. Yeah, I think basically only Freak You Nasty has a consistent record of making me break during anytime he wants. And then Kaya is also pretty good at it. Oh, Shauna. You're just happy to see me back because I play the right kind of nonsense for you. You can see someone else burn the tickets on the same kind of decks you love to see played. Do you know what the Emrakuls are for? So the 13 drop Emrakul is for the for like 4-color control and other control matchups, and the 15 drop Emrakul is for mill. SG Cyrus, #1. Thanks for the follow. Well, yeah, this one, Shauna, but I mean, me in general, I think you tend to like a lot of the stuff that I do. Yeah, Emrakul 13 absolutely ruins 4-color control, 4-color Urian Blink in a lot of game states. So hey, actually a cute bunny. So we're going Self-Sick. We have perfect mana and a pretty okay hand. If they're super aggressive, we could die, so that would be bad. Playing Esper after I asked about Esper, I'm watching you. When you don't sing praise to Ponza and Etron. I don't like Ponza. I've never liked Ponza. I also don't like green-red mid-range. Fun fact, I always click on Nassif's stream thinking is you. I don't know if we could be more different, but I do know one of my favorite moments of the last year was Nassif tuning in on my stream while I was going 6-0 on the logo. Got it. Nassif tuned into my stream while I was going 6-0 in the challenge where I went 8-0 with Velomachus. And at the end of that game, there's a clip somewhere of me saying basically like, nobody's gonna stop me from top 8ing. We're indestructible, blah blah blah. And he, oh my goodness gracious me. How you doing there?
You can run, but
Ed?
you can't glide.
I want to say I've read your name and your thing. And hey Ed
Compadres,
and crew.
it is imperative that we
Hope
crush
you're all
the freedom
doing well. We
fighters
just finished up
before
with
the
Prison
start
Tron,
of the
which
rainy
we went
season.
3-0 into
And
3-2.
remember,
But there was a really,
shiny
really
new
complicated
donkey
last
for
match that I
whoever
totally
brings me the
punted.
head of
We're
Colonel
listening to
Montoya.
some sweet Mario music, and we're playing some Esper Control. I believe this is a Waffo Tapa list, but... Oh yes, and if you sub here, you get Simpsons emotes. If you follow here, you get some follower emotes too. You can use them right here. But if you sub, you can lurk. I think my opponent must be on Glacial brand or Neo brand. The awkward turtle. Thank you, friend. They gotta be like, what is this? Oh, this is could be Living End. No, I think what Johnny Mnemonic meant is his sub didn't trigger. The Rhinos? Okay, well, we've got double counterspell. And then we have a Verdict in hand. I don't yet have the double white to play it, but we should be able to get there. They gotta have Fire Ice here if they want to get to it. No, it won't be Infect because they would have played something by now. I just don't know why they're going so slowly. They must be doing something else. I'm never up on clock. This is a very uncomfortable experience for me. Yeah, they're asking for a moment. Last time I played Infect, we went like 8-2, and we were playing the Sultai version. It was really good overall. I really enjoyed it. It was again, anyone who says that Hammer Time and Infect are the same deck, except that Hammer Time is just like the better Infect, you just don't understand enough about Magic, and that's fine.
A shiny new
You can display your ignorance if you wish.
Of Colonel Montoya.
Just don't, reject opportunities to learn. You can go watch it, Johnny. I played it because I was interested. If my brain wasn't so fried from playing that deck for an entire league, I would play it again. But I just couldn't face it. Like, I love those decks, but it's just very, very difficult. No one gets to laugh at it the wrong way. You should say that Hammer Time is bad, in fact. Yeah, the mana's bad in Bug, but I just think that it there is merit to it in that you really want to play the Blighted Agent. Like, Blighted Agent is stupidly good, and then you want to have tools like Flusterstorm just in general. Again, you don't need to play Flusterstorm right now because there's not a lot of Cascade decks around, but like you want something like Flusterstorm. Oh, 3 hours is nothing, Noble Rooster. Like, come on. Okay, so it's Living End. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's always more time to watch stuff. They ditched a Violent Outburst, so I wonder how many Cascaders they have. So we're probably about to see a double Cascade. Like, they Cascade on my turn, then they Cascade on their turn. All right. Okay, we got to draw white. If I draw white, I live. If I don't, we could live a little while. Yikes. All right, probably just dead. Hiya! Brazen Bar? Nope. Okay. A 1-turn reprieve. A stay of execution. Jeez, Freak. I wish my man land, even if it came into play tap, Freak, I wish my man land tap for white, you know? I think it'd just be good. It would be nice if my man land could tap for white. Eyelash! What are you doing? I saw you were taking the day off. What are you doing here? Ed's streaming. Oh, Ed raided me. So obviously I knew that. You just out there lashing, friend? Are you lashing it up? Bro, endings. Do be lashing. She be lashing. How have I been? Well, I went on vacation to Florida, which was fabulous. I biked 110 miles in 7 days. Well, actually in 5 days. 3 different rides. Florida. RL business opportunity. Ooh. Business gal. Farrah's pretty cool, you gotta say. Yeah, she's alright. She's alright. I think you might have what it takes, kid. I think you might have what it takes. She does business only with a briefcase and a ballpoint pen. For some reason on Eyelash Luris, the heart that's over Luris's left. Oh, cool, Eyelash. Over Luris's left eye. For me, I keep seeing it like a tiny paw saluting, which is just as cute as the tiny heart. Shard triumphs when. I knew. Maybe Nuka Pena. You can get yourself some gabagagoo. No, zoom in, dude. It's just a tiny heart. Yeah. Double Archon Flourish for the trophy. Boom! Comrade Loris. Yo, it's the gig itself. Gabagool. Hey! Yeah, I love that Mord saw the same thing that I saw. So Woots the Cutes? Yep. Yeah, Signal Pest is another piece of art that people usually see wrong. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, this one. So I usually see this as his head by default, but once you zoom in, it's super clear. He looks like the alien from Alien. Yeah, look, this is clearly his head, and he's like a little parrot guy. But when you zoom in closer, it's like, oh, it's really obvious. Yeah, especially when you see something like this, it's like, yeah. Nah, that's not real. Oh, hold on. Oh, I should play it with Counterspell backup, right? Yeah, probably. Although we could get griefed. I didn't, so. Hashtag winning? This is a Mandela effect shit? Yes, it is. That's a good draw. It's a pretty dumb name. Oh, why is Nissa sad? I know it's not Nissa. Larynx. No. Wink Bexon? It's a pretty dumb name. Oh, people's reality has been shook by Signal Pest. What are you gonna do? Force spike me? I can pay for it. Oh, should have vetoed. I honestly couldn't think of why they put the steam vents in. I couldn't, because I'm bad. Alright, well now if I find black or white mana, we're in good shape. But if they go grief... If they go grief living end, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Because I had the right play and I just didn't make it because I'm bad. What are you gonna do? Shoot me? Should have vetoed. Should have vetoed. They shocked for a reason, Zach. I didn't know what it was. It's all so obvious now. Although I guess if we finally draw the fourth land and it's a white source, then we could verdict. So maybe. Oh no, because they get the grief back and they take the verdict. God, I hate this stupid deck. You always think that they're like actually gonna have it's a really common card for them. Yeah, I just haven't played against it with anything where I cared for a long time. And I've never had that exact back and forth on turn one before, right? Like I literally have never had that happen. I've never played a Chalice on their turn one on my turn two. I've never played a Chalice and been in that position. So I guess we see if they do anything, and if they don't cast anything on my turn, I upkeep Esper Charm their entire hand away. I don't imagine what it could be. I guess the problem with this is if they top deck the Cascader. Because I have a counter. So if they draw specifically Violent Outburst, then this was a misplay. Otherwise, it's fine. And I guess the prevailing wisdom is I should draw two rather than make them discard two. Because they will keep whatever their best card is. Whereas I put good cards in my deck to draw them. All right. Exactly Violent Outburst. They should wait until after this resolves. Okay. So we only have one more verdict in the deck. I mean, I can drown one of their creatures. Yeah, because a Snapcaster can't block. I guess I should clear their hand, but then I'm just taking 6 per turn. I've got Haul in a couple turns. These have Swamp Walk. I can't block them anyway. The Ironing. If I draw Snapcaster, I can fetch the second white source and actually use it for the Verdict. So, oh, good. Well, Vantress is okay. Not great, but okay. Oh, there you are. He lands, right? They're okay. Okay. I mean, Hall attacks next turn for 7, and then the turn after. So, maybe? Copium? Casts Grief? Sure. Alright. Is this better than attack? Yes? Yes. Perfect. Haha! You can't take any cards from my hand when I drew no relevant cards. Uh, is this better than attacking? It is, right? Keeping the Teferi is better than attacking them by like a ridiculous margin. Okay. It is. What is bred may never rye. But even in pumpernickel times may fly? I don't remember the words enough. Got him! Uno mas. Uno mas. As well he should, Eyelash. As well he should. Okay, good. Mord still has the You got all 5 COVID vaccines. Are you powered up like the guy on TikTok? Yeah. Well, when I saw the thing about you being banned, I was like, wait, like Twitch banned? Because like people get suspended. That is a thing that happens. I have definitely come close to doing things on stream that could have gotten me suspended. Like when people request Queen's bicycle race, I was like, oh, I can't put that. I cannot put that music video on screen. Zach, it's very cool to see people I watch watching you. Yeah, this is how Magic Twitter works. It works like the rest of the celebrity universe. You know what's cooler than liking people? Liking people who like other people that you also like. Huh? Huh? I didn't assume that, Eyelash, at all. I was just concerned about what innocent thing that you did that somehow got because you're not that kind of person. Like you're not stupid, and like you're pretty careful. I don't mean careful, but like your stream setup's in your bedroom, so like yeah, it's pretty easy that something could go wrong. But like you also have like your fade out screens that you always go to when you get up pretty much. So unless you're in the middle of a game. So like your setup is conducive to not goofing like that. So I didn't really think that. Yes, it is, Shauna. Though men can now be shirtless. That was not the case for a period. You showed your cat's boobs on stream? That's okay. Society has a bunch of weird hang-ups. You can show male cat nipples, but you can't show female cat nipples. It's weird. The double standards all over the place are unacceptable. Hell, even the single standard is atrocious. And let's not even talk about alchemy. Takes his shirt off for phase 3. Is he Samurai Jack? Yeah, okay. Samurai Jack. God damn it, I love that show. It's so good. So good. We meet at last. I also did Decimal Point. It wasn't as artsy as a lot of the earlier seasons, but it was very good. It was also really, really well, like just the quality was so good. Yeah, it's definitely one of the best last seasons of a show I've ever seen. Because the show just ended abruptly before. Like, they didn't really know that it was going to get canceled, so that it didn't have an ending, and it got an ending. It may not have been exactly the kind of way I would have preferred it to be, but that's okay. Like, all of a sudden, the show had, like, hard continuity. Veto this time. Good, thank you, Carrion Lich. This is my upkeep. Damn it. These Cascade decks are too freaking consistent, dude. It's really tough. They're so, like, I really hate this criticism, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. They're really brain dead, dude. Rhinos and Living End, I've played each of them once, and I 5-0'd with them, and it wasn't hard. Like, I just was like, I guess I'll do my thing. Cool, you died. Yeah. See, like, and there's so many free spells. I'm off it. Let's go. Next game. I mean, again, it's fine. Like, they're a fine part of the metagame. You just have to be very, very prepared. You have to have a very specific... Like, they're a fine part of the metagame. It's just really tilting how consistent they are sometimes. I don't know. They aren't fine. I mean, they are. Like, if you look at the metagame representation, like, they're fine. They are. They're not taking over anything. They're not crushing tournaments. They're not, like, 5 out of 8 top 8s. Like, in terms of playing the highest caliber top tier decks, no, that's not fair, Shauna. I think Murktide has a lot more. No, I think it's actually, Burn is actually, I think, more difficult to play. I think Burn is actually much more difficult to play than Living End. Rhinos is the one that's actually, like, quite tricky sometimes. All right, well, we got a good keep on the play. Let's go. Eyelash, that's indecent. That's why you got banned, right? Why is Burn hard? Because go play Burn. Just go play Burn. Go play Burn, and then you can come back and tell me why it isn't hard. And you got to tell me your record at the same time, because I guarantee you, you're gonna run into situations where you're like, What do I? But how do I? And then you die. Yeah, people. Well, not only people play things that hose you, it's just like it's not free. I think GDS is easier to play right now. No, GDS is never ever, never gonna be something I consider to be. Oh, they're a Saga deck. So I guess we just pass here and it's fine. Again, for what it's worth, I haven't played GDS in a while, but I'm pretty sure GDS is quite difficult because of oh my god. Well, that's pretty sick.
Compadres,
But
it is
no, but
imperative that we crush the
not-
freedom fighters
I
before
don't
the
think-
start of the rainy season.
And remember, a shiny new donkey for
Yeah,
whoever
GDS
brings
is
me the
insanely
head
tough. There's
of
just
Colonel
way too many
Montoya.
decision points through the first like 5 turns of the game. It's a disgusting number of decision points instantly. Like you barely started playing the game and you already have to make like a lot of choices.
Compadres, it is imperative that we crush the freedom fighters
We've got
before the
horny
start
Mort
of the
here. Do
rainy
we also
season.
have horny
And
Jiggy
remember,
again?
a shiny new
Don't answer
donkey
that.
for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Compadres, it is imperative that we crush the freedom fighters before the
Epic
start of
Roy
the
and
rainy
Ombre
season.
Scylla.
And
Thank you for
remember,
the follows.
a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Shiny new donkey. Pog. Yeah, but Shauna, you're married. You're perpetually horny, I assume. Jesus, we are so screwed. This looks similar to Freak's bug food list, but with Grist and Unearth. I think the start they had this game though is probably not very common for them. I'm also not sure why they're playing Bobble. Like, are they playing Emery? I guess they could be. Well, I guess we got a verdict. Jacob, I can't wait to play your game and enjoy its meta content. Yeah, this looks like Freak's deck, but with Grist and Unearth. Okay, I'm off it. Jesus Christ. We're not beating them this game. Not even close. All right, so... Sure. These guys are probably not very good. I think I want that. I think I want this. I don't have the faintest idea how we could possibly win this game. This is going to be savage. I just honestly my hope in this game is that their consistency is just terrible. Which I think it might be. I think there's a good chance their deck is incredibly inconsistent. I think Fatal Push is the wrong kind of thing to have. Kind of want Shark Typhoon in here. Oh, I need Purge for Grist, right? Yeah. Counterspell's not very good here. Bye, Eyelash. Good luck with your businessing. I'm gonna run it like this, but this is rough. All right. Maybe this game they'll have a saga. Are we hard casting 13 Emmy? I mean, not hard casting it. It has a cost reduction mechanic built into it. We delirium it up hard somehow. Well, we could pretty easily get to 5. I don't think 5 is a crazy stretch. So I'm just going to jam. Oh, I'm no longer jamming anything. 5 is still 8. Okay. Yeah, but 8's not that much for a control deck like this. They discard an Emery. Does that mean they don't have blue mana? Or they just really desperately wanted a food there? Holy shit. They must be playing 4 Unearth. That's the only explanation I have. Like, Jesus. Good thing I had the counterspell. They definitely have a thought monitor.
Compadres,
in hand, right?
it is imperative that we crush the freedom fighters before the start of the rainy season.
They can play it next turn.
And remember,
fine,
a shiny new donkey
favorite,
for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
I could spreading seize them, but they still have blue that way. I think I will, though, because otherwise I'm just doing nothing. Like, I don't think I'm playing Kaya's GUile this turn. Could I? Sure. But not likely. They float the green. Uh-huh. Okay, then. And then? No, and then. They cracked the bauble? Okay, so they're not. Turning off black would have been no unearth or grist. Well, turning off
Compadres,
green also
it is
gets rid of the
imperative
grist
that we crush the
often.
freedom fighters before the start of the rainy season.
And remember, a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
So when they go to make their next food, we'll get them a Sakazmora. They did it sorcery speed this time, which was smart of them. They can rescue the Oval Chase, even if I go in response to the Oval Chase, unless they do it twice on my end step. I guess I'll let them do it. Because I really need to get rid of this Oval Chase right now. I don't think they'll play around the Kaya's GUile. They do, though. They never saw the Kaya's GUile as my opening hand. There we go. Bye, friends! Bye! What? Oh my god. The last card was the second. Jesus. Oval Chase is the worst card it's seen in these decks unless you draw the exact correct number. All right, so they're able to generate 3/5 of an extra turn per turn. I mean, if they find an Emery, I think we lose. Or that. So I'm gonna sack one of the cookbooks here? That's good for me. I mean, there are things that they could draw where this becomes bad for me. No, it's not deterministic yet. No, the current song is not that. This is Magnet Mania from Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2 March of the Minis. Yeah.
Make way for Willie! I said make way for Willie, you bloated gust bug!
Okay. Bang! Alright. So this gets them back up to 3. I almost feel like I need to counter this. I'm not going to, but I almost feel like I should. Do they play Psy or something like that? We have no idea what they play. This is not a deck we're playing against. This is an idea. Bug Food is something that Freaky Nasty's been playing a bunch of recently, and there is no. This is not a deck. It is never. I don't think it's 5-0'd recently. Sultai Game Objects was a deck before. This isn't really that deck. It's not really like no. We have yeah. So we know you can't beat an idea. This isn't a deck, it's a dream, yeah. So I have to counter this because if they get to go anywhere with that, we're in huge trouble. Yes, I'm aware Killer Switch. It's very, very... They for sure play Psy? I don't think that's true at all. Oh my god. Fine. Okay. I don't think there's any reason to assume they play Psy. I think they can play Psy. I think Psy would be fine in their deck, but this is a Waffo deck for sure. Could be. I'm pretty sure this is Waffo's list. And we're having the usual result that people have playing a Waffo deck in the queues. And like clearly in both the matches so far, we would have been much, much better on straight blue-white. Just no play until turn 3. And we're against Lurrus. Seems rough. But we're against Lurrus, so it also seems rough. All right. We got enough land. So that's the... My opponent just let me know they are on 67 cards. They're just like pointing it out for me. They were editing the deck and they forgot half the sideboard in the main deck.
Just give him one of these.
Salvi! Thanks for the follow.
Ooh, hey, ooh.
Damn it. Damn it! We're gonna get beat by 67 card Grixis, aren't we? God damn it. What a tilt. We even have like fatal pushes in for this kind of deck. It's like, nah. Of course we won't have them when we actually play against the right kind of deck for it. Oh no. Sure. Sure, expressive iteration, sure. And I bet the 3 cards in their hand already have a red source and a removal spell. Yeah, I mean, that's the plan, but... I don't know if Esper Charm decks are it, lol. Yeah, I think I can agree with that. I mean, they missed the land, or at least I assume they did. Because they have a DRC in exile right now that they might not be able to cast. Like, it seems like they won't. Well, I mean, obviously they could go post-combat land into DRC. No, they just lost it. Alright. Get him. Do you like my draw 2 or my draw 2? One of them is slightly, but they took the verdict. Okay, sure. Okay. Yeah, that was that was unexpected. Sideboard card number 1. No, I've seen them play it main deck before. Not super common, but they will do it. Okay. Well, I should have gone fetch shock steel, huh? Yeah, I should have for sure. What's it gonna take for me to play Lantern? What, right now? Wait, they don't get anything back with this and I have a verdict? Resolves. They do spell pierce my verdict? I doubt it. A Ghost Pepper chip, yeah. Oh, good times. Good times. Green for Veil Summer, that's fine. But I went to draw, Johnny. I didn't. Do you mean when I fatal push them? I'm not sure what you mean. Anyway, it looks like we took this game. Tony, Idaho with the big gift, Subaru. Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. Sorry that I didn't get to spend New Year's or Christmas Eve with y'all here on stream. But I was down with my dad in Florida. And I'm happy to have a wonderful relationship with my father at this point in my life. Which was not always the case, so... it was worth it. It was worth it. Alright. Double counter? You're gonna need 2 upon... Alright. Garbage time! You don't have to go home, but you can't play here. Garbage time! They didn't even have Delirium? Oh, my bad. They bolted upstairs, I assume they did. They had to fetch and they didn't? Okay, it's fine. Well, let's just assume that they did, because they fetched right afterwards, right? So. We'll assume that they did. We'll assume that my opponent would not have made a misplay. Through another heat, that's okay. I don't know, kill ya? Hall of the Storm Giants! What ho, opponent? You're looking a little dead there. No! They have push and they can pay for it! Ah! Alright. Chat, we've been defeated. It's all over, people! We don't have a prayer. We could have drowned it, but then we wouldn't be able to attack. It's not even the point. It's a pointless attack at that point. Just... what is that for? Because they know I have snaps. Well, I guess I'm countering it. Fine. You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? Does everyone here understand what we're gonna do here? Opponent, you're not gonna have lands. You're gonna have 0 permanents. Alright? So, no, chat, you're wrong. You're all wrong. We've been offended here. We have been maligned. And I will not stand for it. And I'm going to exile all their shit. They're disrespecting garbage. Thank you. Thank you. They're not disrespecting garbage time. Bless. Charm is down indicate. It would be, yeah. Man, Spreading Seas keeps being really bad. I don't think it's actually bad here. I'm just trying to figure out what I want. I'm on the draw, so it's probably Counterspell over Spreading Seas. Seen some people consider Dress Down over Seas and Control. Yeah, it's a totally fine choice. I like Dress Down and Teamer a lot. A lot. No force in the 75. Nope. Apparently not. I don't know why I wanted Thoughtseize. I do not. I kind of want some Shark Typhoons, though. Season on Blood Crypt is pretty good. I mean, it is, but do you have time off to do it? Like, if you have a really ideal draw, maybe. Maybe I've boarded in a way that's, like, too clunky. I'm not sure. I mean, we're going to keep this. Hopefully we draw out. Tiggy! I mean, you knew you were going to get it, right? Oh, no. Only 42 behind Spike. There's still time. You'll be fine. Well, at least I'm playing the version that's better against Stash Monkey. So all we got to do is draw literally any of our Fatal Push. Thank you. Thank you, deck. Thank you. Of course, putting the monkey in their graveyard means, have you burned by check lands yet with the filter and creature lands? I have not, but this is like match 3, and I do not intend to keep playing this deck, so I think this deck has already proven to me that it's just not worth it. In the current metagame, this deck is not worth it, not even close. That is my current feeling on it after 2 matches. They flipped double DRC. Ugh. I need some chill? No, this league needs some chill. We ran Living End into the bug food deck that just completely stomped me. So I would prefer if this league had some chill. Like, bug food, you wouldn't think, oh, Esper Control has a terrible matchup. Those are both made up things that don't exist. But yes, they do exist, and good God, was our matchup terrible. It was... Should have played the tap Watery Grave this turn. It was amazingly poor. Don't you dare second monkey. You're not allowed to have more than 1 monkey. Expressive iteration is fine as long as you don't find another monkey off it. Although I guess if they find a monkey... Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, this deck is easy on my brain. We're losing, but it's not because the deck is complicated. We're losing because nothing's been lining up. I guess. This card's annoying, but we got plenty of outs. Of course, the likelihood of finding one now is probably about 0, but... Oh, there's one right there. There's 2! These are both outs. I love that. In your opinion, what would an ideal power level for the format be? I don't know if I understand the question, and if I do... Shit. I've got to fetch, because I want to entwine this, which means shuffling away the Snapcaster, which kind of sucks, but I guess I'll take it. I guess I didn't have to entwine this, but... So, that's a very complicated question. Ban fetches? No. Never ever. No. No, no. Don't ban fetches. I love fetches. No. Best Grixis deck would be Psychotog Nightscape Familiar. Like, I don't think it's wrong to want a format where that exists, but it's like... I think Ragavan is super offensive just on power level in a bunch of ways. But so's a bunch of stuff in Modern, so that's not really a, you know, I don't have an answer. That's a way too complicated of a question. Like, it just doesn't, like, I think Modern's great right now. It's not perfect. You can't play anything. And, you know, certain strategies are better than others, but this is about the most diverse that the top tier of Modern has ever been. It's oh fuck, I always forget how Monkey works. I wanted to keep the Archmage's Charm on top of my deck so that I could draw it next turn so they couldn't discard it, and then because I'm terrible, Jig, because I forgot that the Monkey was going to take it off my deck, because this thing is super tilting. I'm just bad. I'm just bad, and it's impossible to... God damn it. I would have been better off not activating. Right, so Warrior Ethos, I have a theory about why that is, which has to do with the fact that in about 2012, they started printing the Commander-only cards, but those were legal in Legacy. So Legacy, for the first time, was being influenced by... crap. Legacy was being influenced by cards that were being printed into it that didn't have to go into Standard. And that's why they feel kind of the same right now, in that, you know, you had this influx of things that were more powerful than just like random Standard cards trickling in. It's not the first. The Commander change started that. I don't know what that means. Okay. Let's go. Chivalrous, thanks for the follow. Oh, no problem, Dragon Party Podcast. Todd Anderson, the good Todd, has been streaming some Pioneer. Sure, yeah, Carrion Lich, I think. Oh, okay. I didn't know that Portal and Starter hadn't been legal before that point. All right, do I keep a hand that literally can't cast anything because it has 7 cards against Grixis? I can't, even though it's a 7. All right, we keep this. I'm not happy about it, but we'll bottom the Deluge and hope we draw reasonably well. We're going to shock this Watery Grave in on 1, pass the turn, and then my opponent's going to Thoughtseize me. Because that's how my life's been against Grixis. That's what caused all the stuff to skyrocket in price. I mean, my level of familiarity with the exact timings of price spikes on Portal cards is not all-encompassing, let's say. Did they mull to 5? Yeah, they did. Land, please? If we draw a land here... Okay. I guess I could play the Teferi. It's not easy for them to remove. But they had this Spell Pierce before. They probably kept it. Let's just Archmage's Charm at end of turn. Yeah, until it got reprinted, right? But not for any good reason, just because it only had one printing. Do I want to counter this or do I want to draw 2? I would prefer to draw 2 at this point. Because they've wasted a lot of their sort of golden time. Turn 1 and turn 2 is where they could get a lot more out of this game than I can. At this point, we're now sort of on tempo parity. Obviously, not exactly. They could play out a handful of cards much more quickly than I can, but... I have a Ragavan? Cool. I didn't know I had a Ragavan. Alright. Start the steal. Scroll! Eh? Free scry seems a little pug. Look at my tempo, opponent. Look at it and weep. Not playing out Tef there. Because I have the DRC and because I don't have a land drop for next turn, Kioma MTG. Yes. The answer is yes. Resolves. They have a Death Shadow in Exile. They have lost this game. Because they intend to play it, and if they don't play it, they're doomed. You're doomed. No problem, Kioma. What a cool card, this Ragavan. Right? Oh my god, opponent. Isn't this so much fun? No, I'll keep that. Fun will surely be had. Exactly. Exactly. You know, people love Goblin Guides. If only there was a way to have more cards that were like Goblin. Jesus Christ. Alright. I think that's good. Should I just be playing Grixis? God damn it. God, I hate Expressive Iteration so much. I hate Expressive Iteration so much. Expressive Iteration is garbage. It's garbage. It's awful. I'll play Ragavan. I've played Ragavan before. I hate Expressive Iteration. I can't. I cannot begin to describe to people how much I hate Expressive Iteration. It is the worst. It is the worst goddamn card in the game. It's the worst. Oh, but it's 2-mana card advantage. It's not. It is not. No. Pierce me, daddy? Pierce me? Yep. But luckily for us, we just saw that there's a Snapcaster Mage on top. So if they discard the Fatal Push, we can snap it. If they don't, we just cast it. Okay. You have died. A land! They had the flying? Yeah, that too. Yeah. Alright, just filling up my water. Be back in a second. I cannot begin to explain. I cannot begin to explain how much I hate expressive iteration. I can't. Every time I put any kind of risk into expressive iteration, and it's just like, nah. It pains me so much more than like any card that's like draw 2 and you draw the wrong cards. It's like, no, that's fine. Draw 2 and I draw the wrong cards, that's fine. Expressive iteration, I don't hit what like any of them being a land. It's just so tilting for me. All right, we're gonna keep this and hope that they don't play a fetch land on one. This hand definitely sucks. You're memeing. I'm not memeing. I hate expressive iteration. I hate it. I hate it. I hate casting it. I don't like putting it in decks. I hate it. It drives me up a freaking wall. This is not a joke. I mean, I'm leaning into it a little bit, but... Oh, you're going to regret that, opponent. I'm definitely dialing up how much I'm aggravated by it, but I am genuinely annoyed by it. I like the red card better, the Reckless Impulse. I much, much prefer that card. Is it better? No, I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying I hate expressive iteration. It drives me up a wall. This is Reanimator. Narrator. He wasn't memeing. All right, do it. Oh, okay. So I can't play my Teferi until after they Archon. So I guess I just main phase a Deluge here. Yeah, I'll take another Spreading Seas. Snapcaster's not my thing, so let's just take a land. Okay. I prefer the Ron Howard voiceover. He wasn't memeing. Meanwhile. Oh god, we gotta get hit with the double Archon here. Oh no. Well, we're doomed. Oh boy. Ah. At least, again, we're consistently losing where I feel like I don't have a lot of agency. And that's nice, right? Like, at least I'm not losing because I'm making bad decisions. We're just losing because we're losing. They took Esper Charm? Are you doing more things, opponent? Because otherwise you've left me a pretty... Okay. You're very annoying. You know that? What? Well, I guess I'm glad I drew the second Fatal Push. God damn. I got 2 Ephemerates that are going to burn off. That's not bad. And I have a Memory Deluge in the graveyard, so like... Although hindsight 2020, I should have picked up the Snapcaster Mage earlier because I have nothing to attack this Teferi with, and it would have given me something that I needed a little bit. At the time, I thought I was making an okay choice, but in retrospect, I don't think that I did. Oh no. Please no. Okay, that's fine. If I keep both of these, I can definitely flashback Deluge next turn. But hot take 3 fairy is still bad for the format. I don't think that's that much of a hot take. I think I agree with you. Like, I like the card a lot, but it's definitely really, really tedious and tilting. And on the flip side, why no Vanishing Verse in this 75? I think Vanishing Verse is kind of bad. It's bad, right? Yeah, the problem is there's not too many super powerful monocolor permanents. Opponent, why would you... Oh, they're yeah. Okay. So we lose the Counterspell. I don't know what's on top. It could be Verdict or Teferi. Then I have to main phase the Memory Deluge. Then I lose another card to Archon. And then we'll see where we're at. It's very likely I find an answer for Archon. So we didn't find an answer for Archon. We did find an answer for Teferi. Murktide, Titan, Archon. Well, it's not a good answer for Archon or Titan, right? Murktide, yes. Murktide, it's a good answer. That one I will give you, but Monkey DRC, it's an okay answer for those cards, but it's not really... You just want to have Fatal Push in those matchups. And, like, I get that flexibility is useful, but we've got, like, Kaya's GUiles. We've got, like... I've got 300 in face credit. What do I use it for? I don't know. What do you need? What do you need, Kaya? Otherwise, I say sit on it. I have 200 in face credit, and I've looked multiple times at things I could buy. But I don't because I don't need to. Okay, this is what I was planning to do last turn with the charm that I had. So let's see if we just rip into Verdict. Nope. Not good enough. So I guess we need more answers. No Fatal Pushes. Thoughtseize. Purge. Veto. Drown's fine. Spreading Seas is probably not good again. Yeah, I think Ragavan's going to stay. I'm not happy about it, but I think that's what's going to happen. Okay. Okay. And some people were saying Uro was going to stay. It's way wilder when someone says that Ragavan might. Well, I think when Uro was kind of on that cusp of being banned, there was Uro and Mystic Sanctuary and Field of the Dead that ended up getting banned. And I thought 1 or 2 of those were getting banned. I did not think all 3 were getting banned. And I think Uro was probably the safest one of all 3 to keep. That's my opinion, but like I'm fairly certain I still feel that way. That like out of those 3 cards, Uro was the safest one, and like it was the least free. God damn it. Why do the pitch elementals exist again? Well, yeah, red T-Rex. That's the that's the thing that in retrospect it's like it would have been nice to see at least one of them stick around. Like, I don't know. That's my feeling is like if they in theory they knew how high they were about to crank the power level, and it would have been really nice for at least it would have been nice for my favorite to get to stick around. That's the honest answer. I would have liked for my favorite to get to stick around. God, look at this fucking turn because I couldn't. Like I had to. Like and Teferi's so bad against them. I can only play it after they arc on me. Oh my god. There's no play here. Like it's just over. Because I thought they were going for the reanimation play, but of course they have Teferi to just suck the fun out of this one. All right, moving on. See if we can get a 2-3 here. This is a very, very tough list. I thought this was going to be fine, but I mean, again, Kaya said it right at the beginning. Kaya hates this list because it's not playing enough of the good cards. Like, it's playing Snapcaster Mages instead of Solitude. You probably shouldn't do that. Playing Fatal Push over Prismatic Ending, most of the time it's not better. And then from that point, you're basically just playing blue-white. I mean, that's not entirely true, Jiggy. Like, I've had success with some of Wafo's decks. Like, his Team Returns list I did great with. I don't agree with all the choices, but I did well with the list. Esper Charm is just bad. Archmage's Charm? For sure. That's true. I think this hand looks good because it's playing blue-white. Yeah, there just isn't Kaya, though. It's like, it's really one way or the other. It doesn't work very well to try to do that. This is land go, right? Not ending aid. Because they might play Stoneforge. We get to counter that. They might play Saga Stoneforge. And then we get to go Spreading Seas ending. Close enough. I'll take it. Now we go Teferi bounce? No, that's no good. Spreading Seas ending? Yeah, I think that's fine. I should have done this before I played the land, but I didn't draw something. All right, we got snap ending next turn. It's pretty okay, maybe. Teferi's good here because of aid. That's true. But I got rid of their aid, which I think was worth doing. Luris to hand? Love that. Perfect. All right. Go. They've decided to port me. Ah, good. I had Surgy, and you can see now how your recommendation immediately came into effect. So this was the change you wanted to see in the world. I became the change you wanted to see in the world. Why? All right, this means they can't go Luris into Bob. I think I'm going to go ahead and counter this. Oops. Can we play a version with Solitude next? Not today, but maybe next time. I think I'd rather play Luris Esper, though, because Luris Esper just at least has an appeal to it. Rather than... Yeah, well, and like Luris control decks are just kind of neat. All right. All right. Go nuts, opponent. You got the second one? They do not. Boop. We found one of the matchups where Fatal Push is good. Rejoice, people. Rejoice. Actually, Kaya's Guile's okay here, too. Counterspell's actually maybe the most medium. Okay. Oh, Esper Charm is not great. I think Esper Charm has been good in any matchup, basically. It's a rough time to be an Esper Charm. Ah, this hand is kind of yikes. I'm going to keep it, but this is... It's not great. All right. Hallowed Fountain? Hallowed Fountain. We found it. 2 tap land opener. J'accuse. So this is annoying because I want to fetch black here to push that. And I'm going to do it. But I want everyone to know this could bite me in the ass. Nope, never mind. Remember, folks, if you've ever considered not having it in your life, just don't. It's not a good choice. One Snappy Dresser. All right, am I finally going to get hit with the Blacksmith skill? Is it happening? Nope. We found a matchup where being Esper's better than being Blue-Eyed. We did it! I can't believe it, Chad. I'm so happy. So happy. They have 4 cards in hand. They could have double hammer. Oh, they have Shadow Spear and hammer? But they played the spear first, even though I knew they had the hammer? Wait, but I can steal the aid, right? But then they... Okay, yeah, I got it. That's why they did it the way they did it. So we just let this go. If they play the hammer, we counter the hammer. Steel drum? Why? I'll never see it coming. Yeah, just give them the business. They'll never see it coming. Alright. Colonnade. And snap. Yeah, I guess. Do I need 5 now? No. Okay. Well, I don't have to make a move until they play the hammer. No, the problem, Sabathos, is they... Oh, they were... The drum was tapped. I could have done it there. I can't do anything about this. But they won't play the hammer here. We'll take 5 and then we get to verdict. So we're okay. We're okay. It looks worse than it is. So playing the Pure Steel didn't get the... They didn't even move the equipment. Come on, opponent. So let's just draw 2. Yep. Supreme Verdict. Ha! Try this on for size. All right. Hot. Excellent draw. Excellent guitar riff. Lure us to hand? Easy. So we've got Snap Archmage's Charm right now. Let's go Shock. Pay the 2, get rid of that guy. Okay. Alright. And most things they play that aren't Luris will be very easy to deal with. Well, they can't even cast Luris right now. Okay, that's fine. back to the beginning of this, actually. Okay. So at the moment, I won't be able to actually counter Lurrus, but I think that's probably okay. Okay. Can exile Aid right now, then I'll have 2 mana up, 3 mana up. Can't cast Lurrus, so being able to counter it doesn't seem like a big deal. Well, I'm not actually counting on that state of affairs to, let's say, last forever. Continue. That was the word I was looking for. Continue. I am not counting on the unable to cast Lurrus state of affairs to continue indefinitely. And they scoop. All right. So we're definitely better matched up against Hammer Time than Blue-White is. Not by a crazy amount, because like Blue-White has other good tools. Chalice, thing like that. I don't know about this one. Lack of Solitude was definitely a concern. I mean, we're close against Living End. We definitely could have won that, but we didn't. We got trashed by Bug Food. That was just like a hilarious matchup. Yeah. This deck is not well built. Well, it was built by Wafo Tapa, so needs more Nahiri. That I do like Nahiri. Regardless, I do have a Lurrus Esper that I'm going to play at some point, which is probably a little bit more in my taste. It leans into the advantage of Snapcaster Mage existing a bit more, although 4 Fatal Push, 4 Prismatic Ending probably should not be the way we play it. So if you're in the future on the YouTube and you want more Esper content, there may be some, and otherwise, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and check out any of the other videos I have.